I will introduce to you our company. The company is registered in Dubai, Rezone, DMCC. So it is licensed under the name Nutriway Systems Incorporated. And I think it's better without foam. So legalities makes the name Nutriway System Incorporated, but the Nutriway System Incorporated is actually a sole and exclusive distributor of carico products. What is carico? By the way, carico is established in 1967. Carico is a US-based company. The international headquarters are located in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. So we're very happy that the company is sending all of us to the headquarters every 2nd to the 6th of January, every year, for more than 50 years already. So that's how the company aim. They are inviting all of us to visit the company. Okay? So, Carico, as a manufacturer of all these products that we will be discussing later, been distributed exclusively by their partners. And here, in UAE, as I said, it is distributed by Nutriway System Incorporated. Our president is from Ontario, Canada, also an immigrant from Italy to Canada. His name is no other than Sir Jerry Hironi. He's older than the company, but he's very young and very energetic when it comes to expanding the business. So Nutriway is already expanding not only in the 16 states in the United States, but is already in the 8 countries. So we are having here in UAE, we have an office in London, we have an office in Italy, we have an office in Australia, we have an office in the Philippines, 2 offices in the Philippines, one in Manila and another one in Davao. And soon, we will be opening in Hawaii. In the Abu Dhabi also, we are planning to open it next month. So, because the Dubai and Abu Dhabi sales are growing, so we need a lot more people who are encouraged to be like us, to live longer and healthier and richer. So the main idea, the focus of the company is actually enriching people and helping them to live longer. That's the main thing. Why helping people to live longer? Because normally, even in the Philippines or back where you're from, people start to work and live their life until 60, 65 without enjoying their life. That's the sad reality. You work 8 hours a day and that's it. So the company makes sure that you work and you would have still a life to be used, to enjoy, to travel, and so on. So, Carico as a company focused on the main aspect of life, and so as their products. So they have the water to drink, because they know that our body is 70% of water. So to make sure that you become healthy, you have to drink healthy water. So there are a lot of companies also are selling a lot of the products when it comes to water. Even bottled water here in UAE, you could name a lot. When we say a lot, your fingers could not even count. So I even bought 2 bottles of water here so that you could see how good the water that you are buying. So a water you drink, a mattress that you sleep over, an air that you breathe, and of course the food, the juice that you eat. So with these 4 essential part of your life. If you maintain this, then it would be guaranteed that your life you would be living a life longer. Longer than the normal or average life expectancy. So if the span is only, see, we also have a different genes. Some of you will die longer, and some of you will, normally families are dying like shorter span of life. So it's also a genetically influenced by virtue of birth. But here we will try to adopt products that would help us live longer. So you would focus first on how to live longer, and if you know how to live longer, that's the time that you would be able to enrich life also and earn something because of that lifestyle. So without much further ado, you already understand what is Nutriway system. Nutriway system is the distribution of the carico product. So I would start with you here is with a very great product. It's a water filter. Who among you here are buying gallon of water from Bacala? Bottled water? Who among you here are driving cars or no? So normally, if we buy a gallon, this 4 gallons of water from a shop, it would cost us around 7 dirhams, 8 dirhams, correct? So how many gallons of water you consume in a month? Roughly 3 to 4 bottles in a week or in a month's time. So normally, without much thinking, we are actually spending much with our water. How much is this bottle cost?
One dirham.
1 dirham. Same 1 dirham. So how many 1 dirham are you spending in a month? Without thinking. And I would show to you that this water is not even better than a tap water that we will be getting from this toilet now. See, if you're driving or if you left a bottle of water that you bought from a shop, you will never going to drink this anymore. Why? On the back of your head, you are thinking that it is already contaminated because of the atmosphere, because of the heat of the sun, correct? So if you would leave this in your office, the following day, you would be buying another one. 100% you would not be drinking this again. Why? Because at the back of your head, it is already contaminated. But mind you people, before this would reach to the shop, the government did not make sure that the transportation would be facilitated as a chilled environment. It's not like the chilled groceries that we are buying. You could see a lot of gallons in the Bacala, on the sidewalks, under the heat of the sun. You could see this under the heat of the sun. But why are you not going to drink it when you left it? Before you bought this already undergoes a lot of misfortune with its transportation. But you buy it and thinking this is fresh. And when you left it on the car or when you left it on the office or at home, you're no longer going to drink it. Because your mind said, it's not fresh. It's already contaminated. Correct. But before buying it, you have to think that this water already is contaminated water. That's why it's no longer better than any tap water. UAE is a very good country, and they make sure, the health authority of Abu Dhabi and the MOA in Dubai or any emirate make sure that their water is better than 80% of the country's government water. We're talking about water in Canada, water in the States, especially in New York. So the government water has its own facility to make sure that the source of their water is better when it comes served at home. So here they don't dig, they don't create deep well to get source of their water, because when they dig, what will happen? They will dig oil. It's an oil-rich country, correct? So what they do, they get it from the where? Sea. From the sea, it's called desalination plant. So they undergo, they make it with their plant. What they do with the water, they put a lot of chlorine and deliver it to the household. It's fresh, fresher than any other countries. This is, with all these contents, thinking that this is better than the government water. See, Carico, since they are very long, older than I am, 52-year-old company, make sure that they would help household, people to live longer. On making that as a mission, they make sure first to take care of their water. So this is a stainless surgical steel. For sure you're familiar with a Bentley car, correct? Bentley car. Bentley is a VIP car, luxurious car, and it is an expensive car, correct? So if it is an expensive car, the material of those things inside that vehicle or that car is also expensive. This is a surgical stainless steel used by Bentley. So we're talking about a non-cheap material here, and it is a lifetime warranty. So even you drop it, or even whatever you would use it, you could see it's not like a blue plastic lying on your top water to do the filtration. So from the base alone, you will think that, can you hold and weigh it? It's quite heavy, actually. So if you are angry with your boyfriend, you could use this as a weapon. So what are we trying to say here is that this material or this filter is not just any ordinary material. It's not any ordinary filtration. Because you know what? Carico has this mindset as well. It's like an Arab mentality. Arab mentality in the sense that they wanted to become first, very Arab. Tallest building in the world. Fastest roller coaster in the world. Biggest. That's an Arab mentality. They want to be first. Same thing with Carico. They want it to be first. They don't want it to be any cheaper filter. So when they say a filter, it's a Carico filter, it's a #1 filter. With that frame, you could be guaranteed using it for life, even for the life of your children and their children's children. It would never go broken. It would never go what? It would never go broken. I don't think even 8 any earthquake could make this broken. What's inside is also a fundamental thing to think when it comes to filtration. So this is a 3-stage filtration. Can you hold this? Can you hold this? What do you feel? Rough, smooth. See, a lot of the filter system, filtration, they would just conduct without this first stage material. And this first stage material is a ceramic. So a ceramic material would already block 99.9 to 100% bacteria. So we are no longer talking about bacteria here. So 0% of bacteria penetrating inside our water. With the presence of ceramic, bacteria is a no-no. So water comes in, the second stage would be what? A common filtration system is a carbon fiber. Carbon fiber is a very expensive filtration system. You could see other filtration system with a carbon fiber, but not as much as we have here. Because as I said, carico makes sure that it should be enough carbon fiber inside. So you could imagine as big as a Olympic size swimming pool if it is spread out. They compact it and make it on the second stage of the pipe on this filter. And the third stage, you have it's a coconut membrane carbon fiber. It's like plastic. So if you are thinking of a water, you put it on a plastic, there's no water even going through that, right? Because it's a membrane. If it is a cloth or it's a foam or a carbon fiber, you could see the liquid going through it, correct? That's why if you would see a lot of filter, they will just filter what? Particles, volumes on the water, but they cannot even filter an oil. They cannot even filter a gas. Like for example, if you drop a gasoline on the water and filter it on a common filter, 100% you will be drinking a gas. But here, gas could not penetrate on any of these three stages filter. No oil could penetrate on a ceramic. Oil, the molecule of the oil is almost the same on the water molecule. So they go side by side that they could even get inside in 90% of the water filtration available in the world. But carico makes sure that no other substance other than fresh water would be going through your glass. That's how good carico water is. So what I'm saying is that we would test first these 2 bottles of water with our tester, and just imagine that these waters, okay, you're buying this water with a lot of expenses on this water, but this water is not even better than the tap water of the government that is giving us. So this is a pH balance. So a lot of companies also saying that they have a very good pH balance water. pH balance is actually good because that is already the balance where you could get the juices or the fruits and vegetables when it is crushed. So the water pH balance indicator would be from 1 up to 12. 1 up to 5 is an acidic water. 6, 7, the 6 is a neutral water. 7 to 10 would be an alkaline-based water. So the darker the color would be, that means the better the water would be. The more pH balance it is. Correct? But these are the waters. It's sealed, it's unopened, and you could see from, I need another glass, sir, and we get water from the toilet, please. I'm